Now, I've done something, fellas, that most of you have never done. All of you current players have not done what I've done. Some of you former players are not old enough to have done what I've done. I've talked about finding your gift, and I've shared this with a lot of people. Your gift can be anything. You can't look at it as simply running, jumping, singing, and dancing. But I'll tell you one thing, your gift is the thing that you do the absolute best with the least amount of effort. For me, it was comedy. So once you identify it, then that's the beginning of it. But there's a lot of work to do even after you identify your gift. You know, you can believe you're something all you want, but if you don't work towards it, you're just sitting there, it's gonna be empty. We need to make a tale of tape of ourselves. You gotta have an honest assessment of who you are. You gotta determine your strengths and weaknesses. You can't give your best if you don't know what your best is. You also need some outside perspective. If you listen to people that's close to you, that have your best interests outside, you can use these outside observers to gain knowledge to assess yourself.
Success is something that takes forever to figure out what you have to do and how to go about it, but once you understand it and once you figure it out, that's an incredible feeling, and you should be proud of yourself for understanding what success is and how to achieve success. But it all starts with your mindset. What are you thinking about? How are you thinking? Are you trying to be the most efficient, most productive individual that you possibly can? You're trying to grind as much as you can until the sun goes down, until you're completely exhausted and your tank's on E. That's what you should do. You should constantly be trying to figure out how you can get the most out of every single second, out of every single day. Because there's so many people in this world who claim they want to be successful, yet they never make any effort to. They just talk the talk, yet they don't walk the walk. They never truly fully commit to the path of success that they truly want to. And that's where the mindset is crucial. If you really want to go out there and do something and you genuinely want to make it happen, you should go out there and do it. You should go out and make it happen because that's what you want to do. You're living your own life, and in order to live your best life, you have to go out there and do what you love, do what you enjoy. Find what it is that you have a passion for and go out there and pursue that relentlessly. Don't listen to what other people are telling you. Go and do what you want to do. Do what makes you happy. Do what brings you joy, because at the end of the day, that's all that it's about. It's about what makes you enjoying life. Why are you having fun? Why are you enjoying what you're doing? Because you are loving life. Life was made to live, and it's just that simple.
When I first started telling jokes, I made $25 a night. The first year in comedy, I made $3,000. Second year, I made $5,500. The third year, I made about $7,200. I became homeless. You make 3, 5, and 7, 12, 13, 14, $15,000 in 3 years. That's how you get homeless. That's why that lady was out here, Miss Deborah, feeding homeless people, because I was one of them. I lived in a car for 3 years because I wasn't making enough money. But guess what? I kept telling them $25 jokes till they started paying me $250 a night. I kept telling them $250 jokes till they started paying me $25,000 a night. I kept telling them $25,000 jokes till they started paying me $75,000 a night. Then I told them jokes for $75, then they started paying me $100 a quarter a night. Then I kept telling them, they done paid me $500,000 for these. Without the kings of comedy, we made $58 million in 1 year. You know what we did? We told jokes. They ain't nothing but English. Ain't what like I was doing them in Spanish and no like that. I was doing same funk jokes for $25. I just kept repetition over and over and over. I turned them jokes into an empire. I turned them jokes into a lifestyle beyond my wildest dreams. I turned them jokes into funds. My grandkids ain't got to worry about nothing. I done put up so much with them $25 jokes. You are sitting on an empire. You are worth millions. That's how you become a millionaire. You don't try to think of a million. You just do this $10 thing you got over and over and over. If you want to be successful, here's the thing you have to do. You have to jump. There is no way around it. You have to jump. Every successful person has jumped. You got to jump. You got to take a leap of faith. You got to dash off that cliff, and you got to jump out there as far as you can. Now, a lot of times you stand on the cliff of life and you see other people soaring by, gliding down like a bird flying through the air. You know, they going over to the south of France. You see them on a boat somewhere. You see their family vacationing here, their family vacationing there. You see them dressing like this. You see them in New York, then you see them in London. They flying by. You know why? It's because their parachute open. But the only way to get your parachute to open so you can soar, you got to jump. Now here's the problem, my friends. When you jump, I can assure you one thing. You listening? I promise you this. Your parachute will not open right away. No, that's the fear part. I promise you your parachute will not open right away. You're going to hit them sides and them rocks. You're going to tear your back out on them cliffs. You're going to cut yourself. You're going to get wounded. You're going to get some tears and stuff like that. But eventually, the parachute will open and you'll be soaring. But here's the other caveat. Let me teach you this right here. If you do not jump, I promise you one thing. Your parachute will never open. So you're safe, but you'll never soar. You got to jump.
Thank you all so much for watching this video. If you haven't already, please go ahead and like the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new, and let us know what you thought down in the comment section below.